through the tunnel earlier on, ready to give their faithful fans plenty to cheer about tonight. Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. Tonight, we'll see the Brooklyn Nets as they play against the Dallas Mavericks at the American Airlines Center. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. DA, it's all yours.
Thanks very much. Now, improving NBA officiating has gone high-tech. Today, the NBA uses the proprietary game review system, which is broken down from double-digit camera angles. Analysts spend a day or two dissecting each game. And Kevin,
isn't that something? I mean, every day there's something new. Fascinating stuff, DA. Thank you. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. They've got Simmons, also O'Neal out there, and it's Harris in at the 2. And for the Mavericks, we've got Irving. Reggie Bullock is out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. Then there's Dwight Powell, and it's Doncic in at the point.
And after that trade request this summer, Kevin Durant's still a Brooklyn Net. The offers weren't enough to move the needle, and the decision was made to run it back. One thing's for sure, when you've got KD, you've got a chance.
Now, here's Doncic. Driving inside. And the dunk by Doncic.
Big time flush by Doncic. Man, this young fella really has a lot of game.
And there's the pass to Claxton. Dinwiddie against Doncic. And here's Harris from the arc. Not going to go that time. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. Outside Irving. Over Harris. Irving's shot is good.
You can't allow Irving that look. You just can't give him that. He's too talented a player.
Passes to Dinwiddie. Here's Claxton, guarded by Powell. Dinwiddie against Doncic. Dinwiddie passes to Claxton. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Dinwiddie's shot is off.
And you could tell he thought that.
Luka flying to the rim and putting it on top of the defender's head.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Dinwiddie. Kept alive. Claxton. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
Well, I love the way he goes after it there. I mean, you've got to respect that. He's rewarded for his efforts of pursuing the ball.
Bullock kicks to Irving. Trains it from beyond the arc. Irving's got 5 points so far.
Red hot so far, 4 for 4. Cooking with gas, couldn't draw it up any better.
And the foul called on Tim Hardaway Jr. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. To the middle, here's Claxton, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam.
I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
Now, here's Doncic. He's one of the most resourceful scorers you'll ever see. He's generating an average of around 33.5 points a game.
Well, you know what? All good things must come to an end, and they finally miss after making their first 4.
Here's Simmons. And 2 free throws coming up as the whistle blows. He barely missed that one. Break. Ben Simmons, one of 4 players in the entire history of the NBA to average at least 7 rebounds and 7 assists per game through his first 4 seasons.
Think about it, Jordy. Magic Johnson, Oscar Robinson, and Luka Doncic. That is some pretty elite level company.
Now here's Hardaway. His last outing, we saw him pour in 22. Dinwiddie passes to Simmons. Mavericks with the rebound.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
Outside Hardaway.
Brooklyn foul. Spencer Dinwiddie. First personal foul. First team foul.
in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Down it goes for his third basket in as many tries.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
And that outstanding drive and finish brought to you by Mobile One.
And Kevin, little plays like that one will help them manage this lead heading into the half. How about the determination?
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
Here's Irving. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic. And it's 7 points for Kyrie Irving. Nets trail by 6. Dinwiddie left side. Nice D from Doncic. And it's Irving with the ball for Dallas. Doncic outside. Powell kicks to Irving. Powell sets a screen for Irving. Over Harris. No good from Irving.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those.
Finishing with force. Whoa.
Shook that building all the way up. Really can't let Simmons get going off of these dunks. I mean, his confidence just rises when he slams it down like that.
Awesome display of athleticism captured by our AT&T 5G Slam Cam.
Shooting for Brooklyn, Royce O'Neal. Shooting 1.
Nets trail by 4. And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. And of course, Clark, we've got a few veteran-laden teams out there outperforming predictions, saying, don't put us out to pasture just yet.
And I love it, being kind of an old school guy myself. People obsessed with shiny new items forget how important experience is in winning games. I mean, look at the championship winners. Very few young teams are in that group. I imagine you could probably count them on one hand.
Hardy, he's checked in for Luka Doncic. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Outside Irving. From 13, that one's not going to go. The Nets go the other way with it. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Mavs.
Oh, man, how about the mid-range jumper from these guys? It's on tonight, a huge part of their offense so far.
Something else they're doing well tonight, guys, lots of points in the paint. Something to continue to keep our eye on.
Now, here's Warren. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Over Hardaway. They get it back. Shot's good by Watanabe.
That's simply an outstanding play, working the size mismatch right at the rim.
Now, here's Hardy. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Hardaway kicks to Bullock. A putback, and it's put back in by Powell.
Boy, intensity always a good thing, and Powell brings it solid at getting after offensive rebounds for his team.
Nets trail by 3. Mills dishes to Warren. Down low. Over to the wing. The 3. And he's good on the 3 ball.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
30 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Hardy. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Irving can't hit. Brooklyn Nets come into this one after a win against Washington.
They definitely kept their eyes on the prize. Put on a real entertaining comeback. And that's a feel-good game when you can win like that.
Fires for 3. Good on the 3-point shot. Irving's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Mavs. The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. Mavericks lead by 3. Then we'll get going. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
So with Irving on the bench, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd right now. Travis Berton's out there with JaVale McGee. Then there's Hardy. And it's Green, and it's Ntilikina in at the 2. Mavericks leading by 3. And here's Hardy. Pass to Bertans. Outside, Green. 6 to shoot. Here's Ntilikina. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
During the summer of 2021, the Mavericks had some major changes. Longtime head coach Rick Carlisle left after 13 years in Dallas, and they also got a new GM.
Joe Harris is checked in for the Nets.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Now, from the step back to his attacking style, some have compared Luka Doncic to the Bear, James Harden. There are some similarities, Harden said. Being able to dictate and control the game like he does, he never lets anyone speed him up, and he gets what he wants. Back to you, Kevin.
He always has. They're both pretty fun to watch. David, thank you. Coaching staff changes aside, Clark. The front office moves affect players that much?
I think they do, Kevin. It's hard for them not to. Normally we see a flurry of trades or free agent signings. We saw it with the Mavericks trading away Kristaps Porzingis, changing the composition of their squad, going in a different direction. So that'll take some adjusting to.
Simmons. Excellent D that time there from McGee.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Green deciding where to go with it. It's hauled in by Claxton. Nets trail by 5. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Back to Harris. Pass to Sumner. From deep. And again, it's the Nets missing. The Mavericks have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. They kick it out to Green. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And different games, different officials. Something that might be called a foul in one game, Greg, may not be called in the next. As a player, how do you adjust to that?
Man, it's a great question, and that's part of being a veteran. I learned early on, you actually scout officials the same way you scout the players. They have tendencies as well.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Thomas checked in for Royce O'Neal. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Edmund Sumner. Here's Thomas. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. There's the pass to Ntilikina. Here's Green. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. And the Mavericks lead by 8.
Yeah, I like the feel Ntilikina showed there. I mean, nice sense of where he was and what was available.
Dinwiddie passes to Claxton. Thomas with it, and McGee picks him up defensively. It's good. Thomas got his first basket. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Bertans, a screen on Thomas.
Oh, that was worth the place of admission.
Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Ntilikina working in the pick and roll, fun to watch. Excels at firing passes through the defense right on time.
So for Dallas, their last game, a loss to the Warriors.
Yeah, tough game on the road. The guys you're defending, obviously comfortable shooting in their own building. You've got to find a way to break their rhythm.
Yeah, and it's not easy to do. Much easier said than done, but they're capable of making it happen. It just comes down, I think, to will and desire.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
The Mavericks, GA, have been trying to tighten up their defense the past few seasons. And that's beginning to show.
And we're seeing signs that the players are getting the message that they're spending more energy at that end of the floor. And that's essential for any elite team.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks.
Hey, T.J. Warren is definitely a scorer. He's got a shoot-first mentality, but he'll give it up if you're open.
Here's Doncic. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And you watch the way Doncic runs this offense. He's become a master at the pick and roll. Incredible to see someone run it to perfection.
Curry's checked in for Brooklyn. And with Doncic in the pick and roll game, he's so good at such a young age.
It's amazing how well he reads the defense, but he can also freeze the defender or create confusion with that hesitation. He has all the tricks to run it.
And it's the Mavericks on the break. On the wing, Irving, guarded by Curry. Lets it go with a three. And it's Irving missing.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Here's Curry. Unable to get that one. And the Mavericks going the other way now. Irving with the ball. 10 points for him. Got a piece of it. Up top, Curry. Shoots over Bullock. And again, it's the Nets missing. Dinwiddie against Irving. Count it, number 5 from the floor this game. He's now 5 of 11.
Well, you know, on some nights, Irving just unguardable, and that's when you just keep letting him do his thing.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And the shot is good. The Maverick lead has been cut down to 8 on the bucket from Curry.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
13 feet away. Stolen by Warren.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, they've got to hold for the last shot here. Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Outside Irving. He got it up. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you.
It'll be interesting to see how the standings shake out as we move forward.
Can I ask you a question? Mm-hmm. How can a team be half a game back? It doesn't make mathological sense.
Well, and moving forward, a lot to like about that first half for the Dallas Mavericks. And that is our...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
Second half underway. Here's who Jock Vaughn's got on the floor. They've got O'Neal. He's out there with Ben Simmons. And it's Dinwiddie in at the guard position. Powell with a screen on Harris. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And Kyrie Irving, a Picasso with the ball in his hands. And like a lot of genius-level creators, he marches to the beat of his own drum.
Both free throws good for Irving. And you know, Greg, Kyrie sometimes is just a tough guy to figure out.
And the danger is pulling too much in your own direction. Even he confessed regrets about in Cleveland withdrawing from teammates and isolating himself. All part of growth.
Dinwiddie outside. Kicks to Simmons. Passes it to Harris. Harris draws the double. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. O'Neal misses.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Here's Doncic. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on Ben Simmons.
You know, not many players have made the kind of splash Doncic did in his first year in the league. It was clear right away and really obvious this guy was no ordinary rookie. He played like a veteran from day one.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, guys. The Nets have tremendous talent, of course, but there have been some challenges. Katie says, I know the fans have high expectations for us, but if you're a fan, you'll appreciate Nets basketball and what we're trying to build, and you'll follow us along this journey because you never know what may happen. Kevin, back to you.
Great. David, thank you.
You know, Ben Simmons so unique as a player. I think he's one of the few non-bigs who can actually dominate a game scoring below the foul line. Not just scoring, but with his passing, too. Great assist that time by Kyrie Irving.
Nets trail by 8. Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Buries the easy one.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
On the wing, Irving. And stolen by Harris. Pass to O'Neal. Back to Harris. In the corner, O'Neal with it. The Mavericks pull it in. Bullock's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
The kick out to Irving. Tries again. And it's good on the way up. Irving's got 16.
Well, I tell you what, Kyrie is an absolute magician inside. It's obvious that he works on his finishing, but he works on big guy drills too. That makes him even more impossible to deal with. I don't know if we've seen a better finisher in the history of the game that's 6'5" or short.
Ball stolen. Out to Harris. There's the triple. Bullock with the rebound. Bullock's got his 6th rebound on the night. On its way from Irving for 2. Again, Irving missing.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
For 3, Harris. And again, no good by Brooklyn. And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the Mavericks. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Out to Hardaway. Fires the 3. Knocks down the 3-ball. Hardaway has got the lead up to 11 now for Dallas.
Boy, that quick trigger mindset, when Hardaway Jr. is firing away like this, you know he's feeling it.
Timeout called, the Nets. And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. All right, a chance to check out stats for Luka Doncic. Here's Finney-Smith. Got it. Good job in the low post. Mavericks leading by 9. Fires top of the key. And it's Dallas with another.
And, you know, you look at Doncic for a forward, this guy handles the ball extremely well. He's terrific at creating for himself off the dribble.
Mills passes to Watanabe. Shoots over Powell. Watanabe, no good.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Powell kicks to Bullock. Outside Irving. Here's the screen. Just 5 to shoot. Lets it go from deep. He's off on that one.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over-anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
Here's Finney-Smith. His 3-pointers off the mark.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Here's Irving. Bullock. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. You look at Brooklyn, advantage in 1 series.
And right now for Brooklyn, they've stayed right there, just in sniffing distance of the conference leaders. That's a solid accomplishment at this stage of the season.
You know, I thought maybe they'd have it in them to actually join those leaders this season. But you're right, it's still nice work considering where they are.
No good from Finney-Smith. Mavericks leading by 11. Irving passes to Doncic. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 3 assists in the game.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Warren with the ball. Hardaway picks him up.
And they've won the rebound battle so far, and it's translated to the scoreboard.
Well, the effort level they've had has been outstanding. Hard to keep a team down when they play with that much energy.
Now Irving. Gets it off. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. It's been all about Luka Doncic for Dallas. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or 2 when he needs to.
That's right. I mean, that's not his primary duty, but when the situation calls for it, he can do it and does it well.
And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Reggie Bullock. Then there's Irving. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Powell in at the 5. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. That was a second look at our Mobile One Drive. Amazing control on display.
Still going hard, and that kind of energy and effort is how they built this league. And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up.
And that's what those alley-oops will do for a team. Ignition, switch, ignited.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That is his first foul of the game. Nets trail by 14. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Thomas kicks to O'Neal. Outside for Thomas. Jacks up a 3. Rebounded by Hardaway. Hardaway's got 4 rebounds in this game.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
And with that, the Maverick lead is cut down now to just 12 points with the basket from Simmons.
Simmons really comfortable in tight, and he's so skilled, he makes it look easy scoring inside.
And here's Bullock from the arc. Rebound, Brooklyn. Claxton's got 5 rebounds tonight. Out to the right wing. To the inside. And Simmons gets it to go on the assist by Dinwiddie. Simmons got 4 this quarter.
Doing all he can so far, but they still find themselves trailing.
Bullock, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on Ben Simmons. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Mavericks.
Their accuracy in this one has just been on another level. I mean, the 3 ball keeps falling, and the defense just hasn't been able to run them off the line.
Shout out to them for getting to the foul line. They've been the aggressors taking that ball to the basket, and they've been able to knock down a good percentage of those free throws.
And here's Doncic from the arc. Brooklyn with the rebound. Now here's Simmons, and the lead is down inside single digits.
Oh, great production on the interior right now. 8 straight from inside.
Buffalo bully ball right there, partner.
Irving drives in.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
In the corner, it's Dinwiddie. Sinks the three-pointer.
Well, they left it until the 4th quarter, but finally the run they needed to get back into this one.
I didn't think it was going to happen for them, quite honestly, but they finally turned it on, turned it up a little bit. Now they've got to come up with some stops.
They get that one, but guys, on the night, that's been the problem, securing the ball.
They've been out hustled. At this point, hard to see them recovering from that.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Nets.
Well, you know, they've been tremendous, I think, when it comes to sharing the basketball. You know, getting guys involved on the plays and creating offensive opportunities for everybody. Equal opportunity offense is fun to watch.
And also, they took advantage of their quickness, got inside and blew through the open lanes. Great job of attacking the paint.
Dinwiddie against Doncic. Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession. And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
And that block might serve as a spark for this team. We'll see if it can ignite them.
Dallas leading by 6. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Look at Luka playing hard, which is always the way he goes. Hits a foul, but keeps pushing and takes his shot. Playing through contact.
That one is no good. And so Simmons will bring it up for the Nets. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points.
Harris has been in these situations before. He's a veteran player and very calm taking the big shots.
Odds are away. Pass to Irving. 3-pointer. It's hauled in by Harris.
And you know what? If you're the defense, you got him right where you want him. Let him keep shooting those threes because he's been brutal in this half.
And here are the Nets. They're on a 17-4 run. Doncic comes with the double team. Here's the lob to the hoop. Claxton, no good.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
Irving up top. Dinwiddie covering. It's good. Irving's got 22 points.
Boy, you need a confident player to get you a big bucket, and that's exactly who Irving is and what he does.
Here's Dinwiddie. And the shot is good. The Maverick lead has been cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Simmons.
Tell you what, if you're pulling for Ben Simmons, it's great whenever he takes over a possession like that. Killer instinct for sure.
And the pass to Pop. On the wing, Hardaway. Irving against Harris. And he's knocked off course by the D. The foul call. He'll shoot free throws.
There's a calm to Kyrie's game. That should help him right now.
Nicholas Claxton. Third personal foul.
He's able to hit the second one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Brooklyn's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. And Simmons kicks to Harris. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Harris has got 6 here in this quarter.
And Harris plays with such freedom and fearlessness. He's a guy you can count on to take and make big shots.
This is it to Bull. Feeds it to Irving. Some nice passing here by Dallas. 5 on the clock. Doncic. It falls!
Well, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Well, I was able to listen in on what the Nets head coach was going over with his team. This game is close, and he told his players, hey, guys, this is when it's fun, right? This is a close game, and this is when you get to show what you're made of. Right here, right now. Kevin, we'll see how they respond.
All right, David, thanks. Doncic gets the bullet. Here's Irving. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's on Ben Simmons.
You know, I like how Irving also keeps the defense guessing, keeps them off balance, and he's so crafty and creative around the basket.
This isn't a done deal yet, but they have got to move quick.
They've got to go all out trying to force a turnover here.
Here's Simmons. Money!
Hey, it's clear. Simmons is a very gifted player, somebody who is mentally strong in these situations and takes the challenge on head first.
So they foul intentionally. Good on the first, and that will put them up by 2. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there. Timeout called the Nets. They trail by 2. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
Big chance here to tie it with a bucket.
A critical possession, no doubt. We'll see what they draw up.
It's been a nice stretch for them offensively.
I mean, the communication's great. The movement's been really good. This is solid team basketball.
Time after time, it's Ben Simmons' time. The Australian looking fabulous tonight.
Irving. Oh, off target. Harris dishes to Simmons. And Ben Simmons picks up the foul. That will be foul number 5 on him.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
Dallas calls timeout. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. We're back. These teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters, and now we head to overtime. Should be a blast. You've got Doncic. Powell is out there with Reggie Bullock. Then there's Irving, and it's Hardaway in at the 3.
Luka does not back away from the big stage, guys. This young fella loves to be center stage in the biggest moments.
And Simmons kicks to O'Neal. Lots of room. The basket good off the assist from Simmons.
The chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist. Unflappable under pressure. You see why they give it to Hardaway Jr. because he knows how to rise to the occasion.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down.
Boy, I tell you what, that's the play we'll remember if they can put together a little surge to break this game open.
Yeah, he gets that one, but really been a struggle for him with his shot all game. Needs to improve his shooting if they're going to keep this lead.
Doncic with the steal. Irving with the ball. Picked up by Harris. Elbow shot. Irving can't hit. Nets trail by 3. Pass to Harris. Inside. At the elbow, it's Simmons. There's Dinwiddie. Just 5 on the clock. Offensive rebound. He kicks to O'Neal. Stolen by Bullock. Harris against Irving. This one for 3. The Mavericks keeping it alive. The new 14. The 3 for Doncic. It's hauled in by Claxton. For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 of 3 from the floor as we've gotten this overtime period underway. Dinwiddie outside. And it's off from 3-point range. And so Doncic will bring it up for Dallas. Guys are not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
Here's O'Neal. Good! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
And you're going to take as many of those high percentage shots as you can get.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock.
If you want a guy who makes plays when it matters most, the guy you want is Luka controlling the offense here.
The Nets making a switch here. Finney-Smith's checked in.
Absolutely massive free throw. That'll force them into a 3-point attempt.
Timeout called, the Nets. They're trailing by 3. We've got 28 seconds left in overtime. turnover by Dallas. Here's Harris. Pass to Dinwiddie. To tie it up. Good. And oh, that was an enormous three-pointer.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Doncic. It falls!
No fear or hesitation in the eyes of Doncic. He loves the chance to take and make these big ones.
Dinwiddie outside. Over Doncic. Ooh, offline. So a close game sees Dallas taking this one. And they had some nervous moments down the stretch, but things finally came. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony,